Dairy farmers in Kenya are decrying the alleged neglect of the sector by the government that has seen farmers bear the burden of sustainability of the sector. While Kenya has earned its place on the African continent as a center of excellence in dairy production, farmers believe better incentives would boost dairy production more. KTN's Keitany tells us more on this week's edition of The Next Frontier.
The government invests a paltry 0.6% of its total budget in the livestock production, a percentage players in the sector are calling to be relooked at and increased to satisfy the growing demand of dairy and other byproducts.
Contribution of livestock is massive to the economy.
Currently, Kenya's livestock sector is one of the largest and most developed in the sub-Saharan Africa, dominating exports of live animals, which include goats, camels and dairy breeding stocks to the regional markets and the Middle East.
We've realized many challenges along the value chain. One is the quality of the product that you get from the livestock, whether it's meat or milk. There are challenges in terms of just production because of diseases and things like that. There are challenges in terms of just feeding and pasture. Then we have a challenge in terms of breeds.
Because of this relatively advanced development, Kenya is touted as producing world-class high-quality dairy products. The total milk production is approximately 2.8 billion liters per annum, of which 1.3 billion liters representing 60% from grade dairy cattle and their crosses. Zebu cattle contribute 40% of the total cattle milk production, a sector dominated by small-scale producers who account for 80% of dairy output.
Kenya is a center of excellence for dairy. We also are also good in some of the goat breeds.
We are trying to actually push our farmers to actually get into what we refer to as factory enterprises.
Kenya has an estimated population of 9.7 million beef cattle, from which beef and beef products are produced. Beef and its byproducts exported include chilled beef, in-bone and boneless steak, value-added beef, and pork products such as bacon, ham, and sausages.
Those apex organizations should have a grassroots network that goes to the village, because as a federation we see ourselves as a capacity to keep the farmer in the village.
It is therefore important for government and other regional organizations to play a key role in setting up and executing policies for livestock development. This includes ensuring strong and predictable investment of livestock systems that are accompanied by adequate veterinary services, well-enforced regulations to limit the externalities associated with intensified production, and its payment for environmental services. Keitany for The Next Frontier.